Ay, parusa.
Doon tayo.
Malayo pa.
Hi mga tappers, welcome to the Art of Perfecting. If you're new to this channel, I'm Pam Perfecto. It's nice to meet you all. I create content about the cycling community, events out there, and anything lifestyle. So today is a bright and sunny day. We just came back from NUEVA ECIJA. We did a gravel route yesterday for the 120-kilometer track read of the unrestricted gravel race. And of course, we have our dirty bikes. Imported pa yung mga lupa na nandyan. Pwede ka na magtanim ng rice sa aking wheelset kasi sobrang daming putik ngayon. Kaya actually, perfect na magbabike wash tayo and magkukwentuhan about what I experienced during our recon. So I have here Happy Bike products kasi hindi naman tayo pwedeng pumunta sa bike wash every single time. We gotta do it ourselves pagka napapadalas ng off-road rides natin. So I have here the degreaser, bike shampoo, and of course, after that, I will have pink milk. It's like a frame conditioner. And then I also have the tire conditioner. And lastly, the dry lube. Sorry guys, sobrang nakakasilaw ngayon pero gusto ko talaga maganda yung lighting natin para kita-kita nyo yung difference. So later, you're going to see the before and after. So here's a sneak peek of what it looks like before.
The wind just blew off my mic, nayupi siya at nasira, kaya lumipat tayo ngayon indoors and we're going to read off what we have here, the gravel categories. There's 320 kilometers, the release time is 2 a.m. of January 28, and then the cut-off time is 20 hours. 220 kilometers, which is released at 5:30 a.m., so you can see the difference already, and then the cut-off time is 15 hours. 120 kilometers, the release time is 6 a.m. and the cut-off time is 10 hours. 80 kilometers, this is what we did last time, so the release time is 6:30 a.m. and the cut-off time is 8 hours. So you have ample time to finish off all of these races. Just a matter of kakayanin mo ba yung strength and capabilities mo, and are you really prepared for it? Because it is quite a challenge. So I want this video to be directed for all categories. So it's just going to be a sneak peek of what you will be expecting during the race. What kind of terrain you're going to encounter, what kind of challenges that you might also encounter. I hope repeaters of this race will also enjoy this video kasi may mga things na iba naman during that time, especially the weather conditions. First of all, clothing. You can see that I'm wearing my Tap jersey. You can also get it in Lazada, so I'll put the link down below. What's really nice about wearing a jersey, it has pockets. Even though you have camel backs, it's also more convenient to use your back pockets as easy access for nutrition, for your phone, if you want to do vlogs, and a lot more things. But of course, I do recommend don't do vlogs that much when you're in the gravel section, especially nagsisikuhan yung mga ibang tao minsan. Clothing is really essential, knowing the weather during this time of the year. So it's January, medyo malamig pa, and hindi masyado basa yung kalye. And yung gravel section, hindi masyado maputik. Pero may mga sections pa rin na may putik. And sinabi nga nung kasama namin, teka lang, pang XC to hindi to pang gravel. Which will test out your capabilities. Kasi pagka may adrenaline ka naman sa race, tutuloy-tuloyin mo na yung section na yun kahit na papano. Next thing I do is arm sleeves because I don't want the UV rays directly hitting my skin. Of course, inaalagaan rin natin yung skin natin when it comes to mga bato-bato na lumilipad. So yung leggings nyo, it's also important. I do leggings over my bib shorts. I was using my Edley Designs bib shorts. It's actually cargo, but because I'm using leggings on top of it, I wasn't able to use the cargo. So if you're using cargo shorts, hindi ka naman magla-leggings, you can also use that for access to nutrition nyo. So later on, you can prepare how many packs of nutrition that you're going to have. Kailangan nyo i-time yan, and I'll get into that later. But as of now, yung cargo shorts, it was really perfect kasi maganda yung tela mismo ni Edley. And for Proo Socks, I'm using compression socks because I did experience pulikat last time. So I think that the blood flow would be better if I'm using compression socks. And as a matter of fact, it did work a little bit. I don't want to say 100% it's because of that because I also did my bike fit. So the compression socks did help kasi hindi siya ganun kakapal. Pagka makapal ang iyong socks, parang umiinit dun sa loob ng feet mo. And it's not actually that comfortable pagka mainit na yung paa mo. Especially if you're doing endurance riding, na hindi ka naman makakapagpalit ng socks mo, hindi ka naman makakapagpalit ng jersey mo because you're also fighting the time. As for shoes, I'm still using XC shoes. So the Shimano MTB double-sided pedals. And of course, you have your own preferences when it comes to bikes, when it comes to equipment, and I respect that. But those who have no idea what to do, I do highly suggest MTB cleats when you're doing gravel races. And the next thing I want to point out, the main difference between what I did last time compared to now is the bike fit. I had my Trek checkpoint for around 5 months to 6 months already during this time, and I was able to do the bike fit. So if you need a bike fitter, mabilisan, you can check out Max Out Cycling and Physiotherapy. They can also handle home services if you need home services. They're based in Cavite, so you can check out their Facebook page. I'm gonna link it down below as well para talagang maayos na maayos yung feeling mo when you're doing the gravel ride, because it's essential that you feel comfortable not just on the road but also off-road, because you're going to be experiencing yung tagtag. Yun yung pinaka naging struggle nung kasamahan namin during this ride, kasi first time niya ginamit off-road yung gravel bike niya. And it's actually the most fastest gravel bike, aero siya, and all, ginagamit siya ng mga pro athletes. But of course, bike fit is still essential when you're doing events already. So for me, the first time I did unrestricted, I was lying down in the finish line. I did podium, pero I was lying down. Ang haggard tignan sa ending. And hindi ko gusto yun mauulit sa akin. Kaya, nagpa-bike fit na ako. But I'm going to be hosting this year. So, I'm going to give all of the tips that you guys will need. And hopefully, no spoilers. Because I do still want to retain yung excitement and passion that you will have during your gravel race. So yes, getting back to bike fit, na-alleviate yung pain ko dito sa shoulders and also yung burning sensation sa thighs. So you really have to fine-tune your bike before the race para makatagal ka. And hopefully, they do alleviate the traffic as well, because it was traffic in one section during our track read, and that's mas nakakalaspag pa kesa dun sa 80 kilometers na ginawa namin na walang traffic. Yung Palayan City, dati inikutan namin yung top part of the City Hall. Now, we're going below to the under part of the Palayan City Hall when you're doing the 120-kilometer challenge, and then you're going up again dun sa part na inikutan namin last time. So, mas malaki yung area niya. So, makikita mo yung Cabanatuan City, which is cool that we can actually see the locals of the area. So, as for nutrition, madami kayong madadaanan na karinderya, eateries, dun sa 120-kilometer route. I'm not so sure about the 80 kilometers kasi may mga friends rin ako last time na tumigil-tigil rin dun sa mga stops. Ako, hindi ko napansin siya personally kasi I was racing. Nagmamadali ako. Hindi ko naisip na kakain ako. Lahat na kasi nasa pockets ko. So, that's one of the things that I want to say. If you want to take your time, feel free to do so. You can also time your stops, how many kilometers before your next stop. You can also plan your nutrition as early as you can. Ano ba yung hiyang dun sa body mo? Because if you take in things for the first time and you don't know what it is, it's actually tempting because sometimes hindi mo alam kung ano meron dun sa hotel mo, kung anong malalapit. Kaya it's better to bring your own food and make it there. If you need a sandwich, just assemble your sandwich before the race. Dietary restrictions is a pain in the comes to racing, especially if you're in the carinderia, you don't eat pork. It's quite a struggle. That's why nutrition is really important. Speaking of rice, nasa Palayan tayo, so do enjoy the actual race venue. Kasi makikita natin na compared to last year, less basa siya. So makikita niyo na sobrang green ng kapaligiran. So, gravel riding is about experiencing the venue, the place where you're actually racing. Another cool thing, this is going to be the first time Tito Z will be gravel racing with a gravel bike. So last time he was doing gravel routes like grabbing gravel using his MTB, and he's going to really enjoy this time. Good luck and have a safe race. So may mga parts talaga na baka habulin ka ng aso, baka habulin ka ng kalabaw. And based on experience, ako this time, hinabol ako ng aso pero hindi siya ganun ka-aggressive, hindi siya kumakahol. Talagang parang gusto lang niya makipag-friends, pero ako ayoko bumaba ng bike, baka kagatin ako eh. Kaya actually, hinabol ako. Buti na lang, pinick up siya ng tricycle. Pero I was running like 300 meters already. Hindi pa rin niya ako pinapakawalan. And I really love gravel racing. Whenever I hit the gravel in NUEVA ECIJA, tuloy-tuloy na yung legs ko. I feel the power. Mas nagiging powerful yung aking legs. And I feel like the texture just gets me really hyped up. And I hope that everyone can enjoy it as well. but the terrain can also go against you. Talagang tuloy-tuloy ka lang nagpe-pedal the whole time. It's like once you stop, talagang nagsa-stop yung bike mo. Kaya you have to keep on pedaling, pedaling, pedaling. It's all about endurance, your physical endurance and also your mental endurance na kaya mong to see it through the end. And gravel races are just getting longer, which is why you have to always keep in mind that bike fit will be the key. Comfort will be the key. Having the best bike for your comfort will also be key. And then, of course, another thing, you have to lube your bike once in a while pagka lumalagotok na kasi hindi na nakakagana. Pagka naririnig mo yung chain mo, tika, 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 tika. It's so hard when you're pedaling and then suddenly you hear that. So keep in mind, lube your chain. I was using the Wolf Tooth. It's blue. It's a blue chain lube, which is kind of cool. But I do have other alternatives if that's too expensive. You have Happy Bike, Wet Lube, and Dry Lube. I'm going to leave a link down below for Happy Bike, Dry Lube, and Wet Lube. It really depends on the weather condition. If you want a more oily base, you have the Wet Lube for wetter situations, and Dry Lube for, of course, your normal bike rides. It's kind of cool because we have 320 kilometers now. Maybe someday we're going to experience multi-day challenges, kind of like what they have overseas. And that's pretty cool. As Filipinos, we're also becoming more competitive. And at the same time, if you're not too competitive, you just want to enjoy the view, this is a perfect way to enjoy races, to enjoy routes without even feeling like, oh no, I don't know this place, I don't know the routes, I don't know the locations. If you discover things yourself, you might end up getting lost and it's not safe. Of course, riding with a group, a community is way better. But of course, if you want to do solo gravel rides and explore different routes, and that's another trail, good for you. And good luck, graveliers. I'm going to see you in the starting line during this Attck Unrstrktd Gravel Challenge. And we're going to see a lot of familiar faces and new faces in 2024. And I do want to thank you in advance because I'm going to be having a party with everyone. This is going to be the longest time I'm going to be hosting. And I'm going to be hosting alongside with Jer Victor, which is always really exciting. I really hope that you enjoy this event. Of course, the success of this event is mostly how you feel about it and of course the victories that you have afterwards. So do hit me up if you want a personal shout out up on stage. And I hope you can check out my Facebook page, The Art of Perfecting. So I also have an Instagram and you can hit me up in email if you want to do collaborations, events, hosting, and whatsoever.
And we have here after.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to The Art of Perfecting for more exciting content.